All right, Jeff, Monday Night Football. It's going to be a good one, I think. We have the Ravens traveling to Cleveland, little AFC North matchup. We got the Ravens and the Browns. Now, look, we just recently on Tuesday Night Football, we got to watch the Ravens run the ball down the Cowboys' throats, which I think everybody and their mom knew they were going to do. Almost 300 yards running the ball for that team. And Lamar Jackson, we saw good parts of Lamar, and we also saw some stuff where you're like, okay, you missed a throw there, you missed a throw there. Another dude who we're used to saying that with is Baker Mayfield of the Browns. But look, Baker Mayfield, he's changed the narrative that surrounds him right now in 2020, okay? He threw for 334 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, and wait for it, 0 interceptions, Jeff. Okay, Baker Mayfield threw no interceptions. He had a stellar game for any quarterback, okay? Are the Browns for real, Jeff? And do they stand a chance of beating the Ravens? This is a huge game for both teams. How do you see this one going?
Well, it's in Cleveland, so obviously they've got a chance, and they're playing very, very well. Kevin Stefanski's done an outstanding job with that Cleveland whole organization. Myles Garrett is back. He got a sack again. He's probably he and Aaron Donald are the two most dominant pass rushers in the National Football League right now. They've got a great running game. They've got maybe the best offensive line in football. I think this is going to be a really interesting game. Now, remember when we talk about Baltimore 2 weeks ago lost, a 7-point game to the Steelers playing basically their junior varsity squad. It was a bunch of practice roster guys because of COVID just came in and absolutely devastated them. Lamar's back again. The COVID guys are back again. So I think the Ravens are at full strength. And, having that time off has really helped those guys, I think, because they're healthier now than they've been. So I'm going to take the Ravens in this one. I know that Cleveland's hot. They're a very hot football team. But I just really think that the Ravens will come in and physically pound on the Browns. And again, Baker, if he can keep his streak alive at the end of this one, if we say there's 4 more quarters of no turning it over, then I'm going to tell you, take that prop bet, because I don't think there's any way he won't turn it over in this game.
Yeah, Jeff, no, I'm taking the Browns in this game. And right now, as of Wednesday, it is a pick'em, okay? It is a pick'em. So Vegas thinks these two teams are pretty evenly matched. But I actually see it differently. I think that the Browns have a better all-around roster. The Ravens, they're not going to be able to run for almost 300 yards on the Browns defense, okay? This ain't the Cowboys. And I'm telling you, I know shoulda, coulda, wouldas, all things aside. Look, if Greg Zuerlein makes 3 missed kicks last night, and if the referee quits ball watching and is actually watching his jurisdiction and calls a pass interference that happened on CeeDee Lamb, we might be talking about a different game versus the Cowboys, okay? I don't think that the final score was indicative of the way that the Ravens played. In my opinion, they were underachieving. And look, there's also this little caveat to throw in there, okay? Des Bryant gets yanked from the game yesterday right before it starts, but he's out on the field before shaking hands, kissing babies, all that good stuff right before the game starts, and then they yank him off the field because he failed a COVID test. If it turns out that wasn't a false negative and that he actually had it, look for a lot of other teammates to probably have it as well. So who knows how many people are going to be missing from this game? I don't know. I don't like it. It's a lot of distractions. I think they're underachieving. I'm taking the Browns in this game. And what do you feel about the point total? It's at 45.5.
Well, first of all, before we get to the point total, all right, you gave me a lot of hypothetical situations in there. So I know this. If your grandmother had a beard, she'd be your grandpa too. So don't give me that stuff.
It's true. When I worked with Sean Salisbury and I threw out hypotheticals on our radio show, he used to say the same thing. He would grill me about my ifs, ands, coulds, buts, whats. So I hear you on that one. But how do you feel about the point total? 45.5.
You know what? I think this is one of those, divisional games that's going to be really physical, and it's going to be a lot of run the football. And this is, again, that Ravens defense is pretty good. And, obviously the Browns defense has improved under Joe Woods this year, tremendous amount. So I think I'm going to go the under on this one. I know you love the overs, but I'm going to take the under.
You nailed it. I love the over in this game. Well, I initially, with the Cowboys-Ravens game, I didn't even think that the Cowboys were going to score a single point. I saw a lot of good things come out of them, and I'll tell you whose offense is significantly better than the Cowboys right now. It's the Browns. I think points will be scored on Monday night. I'm taking the over. There you have it. Jeff has the under. I have the over as usual. He's got the Ravens, though, and I'm a new believer. I'm a Baker stan. I believe in the Browns. Let us know in the comments below what you think.